didn't know. I didn't know if you wanted to play
You know
with.
what?
I didn't know if you wanted to play with your hair.
No, I'm just putting. Listen.
Typical teenage girl. Like, whatever. Hello and welcome to another episode of In a Pickle, the show that is dedicated to the less glamorous side of sports. I am your host, Dave Oaten, and with me today, never once used a napkin in her life, Sarah Raytalic. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Overrated.
True story. Isn't that what sleeves are for?
Sleeves, tablecloths, and maybe your...
The bottom of my shirt?
Yes, absolutely.
I always use the bottom of my shirt.
Why not?
Or the collar.
Oh, that's true. Don't you blow your nose into your sweatshirt?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes.
Wasn't that a thing?
that was
a thing.
Full episode.
That was a full episode. I think we even named the episode
full episode where
Booger
I
Sleeves or something.
blew my nose and, well, I have nothing here.
Yeah.
So
Why buy a box of tissues when you have a perfectly good sweatshirt to blow it into, right?
Right, when you have a perfectly good sleeve.
Yeah. Go over to IAPradio.com and check out that episode where Sarah blows her nose into her sleeve.
Whatevs, man.
Yeah, whatever she got. Well, we got a brand new episode in store for you today. Episode 183 is coming at you, and we got a rewind this week.
We do.
Imagine that. We can get to hit the rewind button. The first episode last week that didn't feature a
Did
rewind.
not have a rewind.
And people were screaming in the streets. What do you mean no rewind?
No, we meant that there was no rewind.
It was just basically me in the street outside my house trying to get hit by a bus saying, "What do you mean there's no buses right now?
Somebody hit me, please."
God damn it. Well, so, all right, well, let's get right into it. Sarah, kick it off with the rewind.
So Mark Sanchez, who was last week's biggest pickle, right?
Butt fumble.
Yep. We have more details, like a lot more details.
And how many more details do we need of this story? I know like more have come out, but like as a whole, I think we get the gist of it.
We get the gist of it.
He was all fucked up in an alleyway. Some other guy came in, tried to do his job, and he was like, "Not today, sir." And then the guy was like, "Am I being robbed?" Knife, knife, knife.
Shank.
Yeah, but and then Sanchez just butt fumbles his way across the street, filled with a bloody polo shirt.
Knife, knife,
knife, knife, knife.
That was gold.
Yeah, you don't do stab, stab, stab. You do knife, knife, knife.
Yeah, like I like that. It's really good.
Yeah, we'll make a shirt of that.
Please, yeah. Well, I'll make it eventually,
and then nobody will buy it. So
it's so the details are. I stumbled upon it because I watch Lawyer on YouTube. I follow all the things because I like to know what's going on in all these court cases.
Right.
So Peter broke down that there is currently a civil suit, quick action and moving by this victim. He was like, "Nope, not today. We are not fucking around. There's a lot of momentum on this. It's not discussing anything criminally. This is just the civil aspect of things."
Yeah.
So the full breakdown is this is coming from Perry Tole, who is the victim. And I saw the hospital. So first and foremost, we have more footage from the altercation, what was leading up to it, how he was acting, as well as the aftermath. They didn't show anywhere, I couldn't find it, the actual footage of the altercation.
Right.
I'm assuming that that is being held close to the chest for trial as well as investigation purposes.
Yeah, because I was looking at that, but I was looking for that, but all I kept finding was the video of Mark Sanchez hiding behind a dumpster. It looked like
what was he doing?
Weird, right?
It was like he clearly was kicked out of the bar.
Yeah.
Like from what I'm gathering, just based off of my assumption, it seems as though he was kicked out of the bar because he was trolling that block.
Right.
Where he was.
Maybe he was trying to look for another way in.
Some sort of something or other. And then
I wonder how many times he told the bouncer, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?"
And he's doing the
Yeah,
teeth
he's
grinding.
grinding his
You know who I
jaws.
am.
You know I am.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Here at IAP Radio, we're not saying you're on coke. We're just not saying you're on coke. No.
Correct. So here are the allegations made in the lawsuit. So Sanchez traveled to Indiana as part of his employment duties for Corporation and television broadcast of the Indianapolis Colts versus Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday, October 5th. Now, also something I forgot to point out is it's not just Mark Sanchez in this lawsuit. He is also suing Fox Corporation.
Really?
Yes, because this was an
Because they
assignment.
technically put him there.
Correct, because this
Yeah.
was an assignment. He was on assignment for his job. So the whole civil lawsuit is to essentially. So the way the civil trial works is that the court has to take it in like everything that you're saying is true.
Right.
And then it is the defense's job to be like, no, 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 this isn't true. However, since we all know that he was there to do commentary on that game, yes, he was there for his job. And at
Yeah.
that point in time, he was a face of your brand. So proving against that is going to be a little difficult. And again, I think we tapped on this last week that we don't know if there were other instances from previous locations that he's visited where things like this have transpired.
Okay.
So we're going to wait and see on that. So we have that. And then at the time of the incident, Toll was working as an employee of the company that specializes in commercial cooking oil recycling and disposal at the loading dock of the Westin Indianapolis Hotel when he was approached by Sanchez,
All right.
which
So,
we saw in the video.
yeah. So is Toll going to sue the cooking oil and the hotel? The
No,
cooking oil for being used. He's going to sue the oil, not the company that owns the oil,
no,
the oil
no,
itself,
no.
and then the hotel for using the oil.
He's just going straight for Sanchez and Fox. Good for
Okay.
him.
Because, I
He's
mean,
he's doing it the right. He's I was like, I mean, there shouldn't be a right way, but he is doing the right things here. He's
yeah.
trying to hold the people accountable who were part of
Yeah,
this.
as he should. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sanchez instigated an altercation with Toll, claiming Toll could not be at the location and that Sanchez had spoken to the hotel manager. So could you imagine this yacked out motherfucker coming up to you and being like, "You can't be here.
You can't be here. This
Ah."
cooking oil needs to
He's like, "You
relive.
shall not pass." It's like Gandalf. He
He's
just
got
all of
some
a
stick he
sudden.
found in the alleyway. He goes, "Thou shalt not pass."
Yes, 100%. He's
No.
Gandalf. All of a sudden, a beard grows. Oh, good Lord.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just so much delusion around this guy.
I just want to know what Sanchez was seeing when he was hiding behind the dumpster.
Hobbits,
Yeah, I mean, it had to be like underwear gnomes or something, right? Like
something,
it was like I gotta hide. Ooh, they're after me. You know,
something.
I
He
mean,
he was.
it just seems really. I don't know. I love how the
Panty.
initial report was like Sanchez was doing wind sprints in the alleyway and got into a fight with a truck driver for driving down the alley, and it's like then comes to find out, that's not really what was going on.
No,
He
he
was
was
running
just.
around, but he was also trying to probably find another way into the club that he got kicked out of. And two, he's just really messed up.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna jump into the dumpster at one point.
Oh my God, wouldn't that have been funny?
Because the way that he was like holding onto the dumpster and walking around it and moving
Yeah.
around it, I was like, is this dude gonna just jump in and be like, surprise?
Who threw away all this cooking oil? I'm so slippery. And then you just slip and slides down the alleyway. Oh,
Oh, I'm a
man.
slippery seal. I'm a snake.
Maybe that's what he was going for. I'm a
You never
snake.
know. I'm
Yeah.
a snake. Sanchez tried to get into the work truck without permission and blocked Toll from getting his cell phone to call his manager. The situation escalated when Sanchez blocked and shoved Toll, so Toll used pepper spray in his defense,
Hmm.
which apparently just woke the beast up more.
Right.
And as it says, the pepper spray was ineffective, and Sanchez continued to move towards Toll. A fight occurred, resulting in injuries to the head, jaw, and neck of Toll.
Yeah.
So, one, this dude is a 69-year-old guy.
Yeah.
He is about 5'8", weighs 165 pounds. Then you have Sanchez, who is 6'2" and weighs about 235 pounds.
And in case you're keeping score, Sanchez, even though he was a terrible football player, still a former football player. So
Correct.
still
Correct.
built.
And a face of a brand.
Right.
So there's that.
I'm saying a 69-year-old truck driver who is 5'8", 165 pounds versus a former football player who is 6'2" at
Yeah.
235. That's a loss all day.
All day.
And I saw the picture of
Shit.
Toll. He doesn't seem like very
He was a big
muscular
guy.
man.
No, he
Yeah, he
wasn't.
seemed like a
Oh my gosh.
69-year-old guy would look like who
Right.
drove a truck.
I didn't
Hence why he's carrying mace and a knife.
Correct. I did not expect the No, I didn't actually know what to expect, but when I looked at the injuries of him, I was like, dude, like, yeah,
Not to be on
like
Mark Sanchez's defense, but like, do you think they hammed it up for pitches? I
I
mean,
don't think so because they're police investigation pictures. So first and foremost, like if so that's where we'll be able to tell is when we get to the civil trial and we start seeing or the criminal trial. We don't know like what they're gonna do on the criminal aspect of things. Um,
like if they whale Toll in the courtroom in an iron lung, then
See,
you
but
know
what's
it's fake.
no, but what's interesting is that he's not asking for a lot.
Right.
So that's why I think that he just is like, no, no, no. Like I want to just go about my life and, hold him accountable,
Yeah.
but just go back to my life and go from there.
He's
'Cause
not asking for a lot, but I bet you he will get a lot because he's suing both Sanchez and
and
Fox.
Fox and
Fox will settle, and
yes.
Sanchez will eventually he'll fight it for a minute and then realize that he's
Womp
completely
womp.
wrong, and then be
Right.
like, all right, fine,
And
undisclosed.
again, it all depends upon because if the state's going to press charges against him, then he's also got a criminal trial
Right.
up his sleeve. Civil trial is something that can settle out, but criminal can't. So if he
Right.
knows that he's going to be having a criminal trial coming up at some point in time, because
And
he
what did
has
we say?
charges.
What did we say last week's episode? He's looking at this could be a potential 6-year bid.
Correct. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
apologize and settle.
Correct.
You've lost your job at Fox. Not yet, but he's
Right.
going to.
He's going
I
to.
mean, he already got replaced by
Mhm.
Brady Quinn, who another football
Yeah.
player that never panned out. But I
Correct.
mean, like, you've already lost your job. You might as well just do something. And you know what these people do? It's like he's going to lose his job at Fox Sports. He'll like just kind of settle down to the bottom, and then all of a sudden in a few years or so he'll have his own podcast. I mean, it'll be a football podcast about knives. I don't know.
Knives.
Yeah. Knife, knife,
Knife,
knife.
knife, knife. All right. Now, in that, so here's what Toll is actually seeking. A jury trial,
Oh,
obviously,
yeah.
you know. So he's like, yeah, we don't want to settle. We want a jury trial. Let's
Yeah.
go. Ooh,
Oh,
compensate, compen, basically compensation.
compensation.
Yeah, I can't make words happen.
Yeah.
Um, compensation, damages in an amount to be determined at trial. So that can be the jury who's going to make the determination of how much money for him to get. Punitive damages in an amount to be determined at trial. Costs and expenses of this action, including reasonable attorney's fees. So reasonable. He's
Wow.
not saying like elaborate.
Right.
And any other relief that the court deems just and proper. So he's not being like, I want $22 million
Right.
or
I'll settle out
anything
of
like
court
that.
for $1.50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just this guy missed work, he's missed wages, he's had to go to doctor's appointments, so I'm sure his medical expenses are out
He
the
spent a week
roof.
in a hospital in a neck brace.
Correct.
I mean,
Yeah. So it's something where there's a lot going around
And
there.
you can also probably factor in uh, a little PTSD. I mean, it's traumatic that he had to stab somebody.
Correct.
Like normal people aren't going to be like fine with the
Oh, no,
fact
no,
that they had to stab
no.
someone. I mean, you were thrown into a situation where you were being attacked and then
Right.
you had to retaliate by hurting another individual. That could really, I
It
mean,
could
that could
fuck you
fuck with
up.
someone. Yeah.
And it's also one of those too, is who expected to spray someone with pepper spray and then all of a sudden
It not
the
be
Hulk
affected.
comes
Right.
out?
Right.
Like, did he transition?
Sanchez smash.
And then knife, knife, knife.
Yeah.
Like,
No, no.
I
I mean, listen, I'm not an expert. I've seen a lot of police videos, I guess, and someone who doesn't get affected by pepper spray points to signs of just being all sorts of drugged out.
correct.
You
Yeah, if
know,
that shit is not affecting you in any way, shape, or form, oof.
I mean, I've seen videos of dudes that are getting sprayed by bear mace, and they're all methed out, and that thing only enrages them more, which really screws people's minds
Well,
up. They're
what's
like,
going
"Oh
to
my
be
God, that's bear mace."
interesting is when we get the toxicology report, because
Yeah,
you know that they had
yeah,
to run tox at the hospital.
right.
And we know he was under the influence. You can see it clearly in the video. You don't even need to
Right.
be like, oh yeah, freaking do a breathalyzer. We
Yeah.
know that he was ham boned, but what else was in his system is the real
Right. I
question.
mean, not for nothing, a normal person, no matter if you're an athlete or not, if you had stab wounds to your abdomen, I mean, you're going to just kind of stay where you're at
Right.
and not
Well,
walk away.
he ran.
He probably had no idea he got stabbed.
No, but the fact that he gets stabbed and then he like runs. He
Yeah.
runs back down the alley and then
I just
is
got to finish a
walking.
set of wind sprints real quick.
It
You know?
what no nah, I can't make words happen.
No, the words are
Er,
honestly. I mean, so like I said, I'm sure Fox is going to just settle this real quick, and I'm sure that Sanchez's lawyers are also, even though he wants to go to a jury trial, I'm sure it's
He
all
may
going to be,
so Fox will probably settle him, but I
yeah,
feel that against Sanchez that it won't be. Fox has so much heat under their
right,
umbrella right now
right,
that I really can't see them not moving forward to do a settlement. But in regards to Sanchez, once they cut the ties with Sanchez, he's on his own.
right,
Because still, right now, the lawyers at Fox, he's part of under their
umbrella,
umbrella.
yeah,
But once they let him go,
yeah,
that's every man for
hands are clean.
themselves.
Good luck.
And
They
then
do the old Vegas
Fox
thing.
come
Good
around
luck.
the Fox comes around the corner and is
Yeah,
also
stab, stab, stab.
getting from the other side.
Just knife, knife, knife.
We're gonna finish the job.
And then for some reason the WB frog comes out and also knifes him. I don't know.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
All right. Well, let's kick it into the news now. Some
Ah,
unfortunate news came about for the Red Sox community. I was actually very saddened about this because growing up, Mike
same.
Greenwell was one of my favorite players. It was Mike Greenwell and Ellis Burks were the first players that I was introduced to when I first started loving the Red Sox. And it just so happens that we lost Mike Greenwell to cancer. And it's funny because he told everybody in what, August?
August.
And it was just
August.
like
Boom.
quick.
Quick.
He was out.
It.
And
Ugh.
what's even sadder now is this is now 3 years in a row that there is a Red Sox legend that is going to be honored on opening day. And the first one was actually obviously Tim Wakefield, and then we lost Louis Tiant, and now it's Mike Greenwell. And
Yep.
they do Red Sox at Fenway. They do the they do like the number in the heart
Yeah.
on the
On
Green
the
Monster,
monster.
and now we're gonna have. Well, I hope that the Red Sox put 39 up there.
They have no, they can't not.
They can't not.
He was with the Red Sox his entire career.
Right.
It's uh, it's just one of those where I'm like, motherfucker, really? Really?
Right.
Can we just not, please? Because we
Yeah.
lost too
Two
many
sport
goods.
athlete. Two sport athlete, if you count
Yeah,
the
because
NASCAR truck series.
yes, the NASCAR Truck Series. And
Yeah.
as I was typing this, I was like, I had to write it down because I was like, I never hear the song because I just have Spotify Shuffle and it just plays all random shit.
Right.
And as I'm writing the news and Fast Car comes on by Tracy Chapman, I'm like, I see you, Mike Greenwell.
Yeah.
I see you.
Mike Greenwell's in your house.
Like,
Yeah.
probably. I mean, there's the Chucky doll is just staring at me right now. So
I
it's
mean,
just, there's a lot of things in my house that have just been kind of, I
yeah,
feel like
of
they're bringing in
course, Tracy
spirits.
Chapman would come on in your house too, though. But I mean, that's great.
Hey, there's nothing
What?
wrong with that.
She
That's
had a
a
fast car.
nostalgic, no, that's a nostalgic song.
Yeah, absolutely.
You listen, you actually listen to it, you're like, man, I'm old.
Yeah. Well, we are old, but uh, unfortunately, we lost Mike Greenwell, and
It's bullshit. Bullshit!
it's funny. I just bought. I don't know if you could see it. No, probably not. It's not in camera. But I just bought maybe like I don't know 5, 6 months ago. I bought an autographed Mike Greenwell baseball just because
Just
like I was going
because
through my
Mike
nostalgia
Greenwell.
phase, and I was like Mike Greenwell autographed
It's Mike
baseball.
Greenwell.
I was
Yeah.
like, shit, yeah, I want that.
I had one of Mike Greenwell's cards like sticking here
Oh, I
for like
remember
the
that.
longest time.
Yeah.
But then now that I'm sitting here, my hair got stuck in it. So I had to take it down. I don't know where it went. But I'm like, oh,
Don't tell me you killed Mike Greenwell. You
yeah.
tore down that card, and all of a sudden he's gone.
He's gone.
No wonder why he's haunting your house.
Yeah, well, next is Lenny Dykstra.
Oh
Oh,
man,
good
I'm
Lord.
looking at Lenny Dykstra right now. There's a picture right in front of me.
Nails.
Nails. Yeah, it's
Got
signed. No
nails.
drugs, all natural. Clearly, he's on drugs, but I mean, that's besides the point. All right,
That's the same thing that Sanchez said.
right.
No drugs.
All natural. I usually just always do wind sprints in an alleyway in jeans. So, all right,
Good
let's talk
Lord.
about Cam Jordan and his house being broken into.
Dun dun dun. Yes,
Another housebreaking.
another one. Yes,
Yeah.
another one. So back on September 14th, New Orleans Saints defensive end Cam Jordan had his home broken into while he was obviously at work. Four suspects allegedly broke into the home through a back door. Two suspects, Donald Robinson, age 28, and Jadon Brown, age 19, have been arrested, and two more men, Jahan Sabur, age 20, and Deville? I'm just gonna say devil. Right? Because it looks like devil.
It does look like devil.
Devile.
Deveil. Devile. I mean, that's just seems like a clever way to spell devil.
Correct. It's like devil. Ortiz. So Deville Ortiz, 19. Those two gentlemen are at large in connection to the burglary. Charges have not been finalized, but will likely include simple burglary and possession of stolen property. The FBI is working with the local officials on the case, and federal charges are also possible. Is because the suspects had driven nearly 1,000 miles round trip to break into Cam Jordan's home.
Wow.
They're from Georgia,
That's some dedication right there to the
right?
craft, huh?
They're
Wow.
from they were stopped. The two gentlemen that were arrested, or two guys. I don't know if I'm just gonna call them gentlemen because all of the gentlemen on our show are so outstanding.
Oh yeah.
They were pulled over in Georgia in a rental car. And when the police pulled them over, they recovered some stolen goods from Cam Jordan's home.
Hmm.
And here we are. Cam Jordan did post on X that he was just like, yeah, that Sunday sucked. The most important thing was that my family was and is safe.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I mean, stuff is replaceable, but I mean, if
Your
family
family,
member got
right?
hurt, that's the hard part.
Correct.
I'm sorry, but I hate to sound like an asshole, and I don't mean anything by this, but what the fuck are these names? What
Right.
like it reminds me of the Key and Peele skit. Like, what are these names? Like,
I think we're at a point now
we're like
with,
we ran out of ideas.
yeah, with different generations, because like we have very biblical names. We
Yeah,
were of the biblical generation. Now the next generation was, okay, let's just put all of these letters and just throw something, and what sticks is the name.
right. Like, it's weird. I don't understand. But okay, that's besides the point. So the FBI is gonna work with the local officials, and I can't believe these guys drove 1,000 miles for this. Like, what? That's such
And
dedication.
I would drive
That's exactly what I
500
was thinking.
miles, and I would drive
Also, can I
500
ask you a
more.
serious question?
No.
How the hell do these people know where these athletes live? Like, they have maps of the
Google,
stars or
maybe fall.
something?
That's
It,
a we've been discussing this, right? Like, what are we doing?
right.
Now, here's the other thing too, is that the internet is a very wild place. And we do have this other thing that's like the dark web, that
Yes.
you could probably get all of this information. The other thing too is if you are someone who is hanging out outside the stadium, you could follow somebody home.
That's true.
There's
Aroldis
a
Chapman drives the most absurd vehicle in the world. If you followed him home, I mean, if you saw his car in a random town, you would know that he lived there. That thing, it looks like a tank from the Afghan War. I'm telling you, it. I tried to take a picture of it the last time because my son loves to hang out and wait for autographs, even though barely anybody signs. But
Mhm.
when he gets into his truck, I swear to God, there should be
Is
somebody.
there a ladder that comes down?
You know, there might be in the back, but it looks like somebody should be manning a gun up above the
Nice.
roof. It is
Nice.
so
You
ridiculous.
know why he has a truck like that?
Why?
It's because there's people like Mark Sanchez out there.
Yeah, yeah, right. I know. That's true.
Like, it
He's
is what
protecting
it
himself
is.
from Sanchez in case Chapman needs to pick up some recyclable oil or some shit, right? But yeah, I mean, hey, yeah, I know you could sell information and like, people are always looking for something. And of course you could follow them home. But I mean,
The
wow.
dark web.
Yeah, and the dark web, of
The dark
course.
web.
But all right, so did Cam Jordan get his stuff back or like are the police gonna take the police are gonna be like, we'll
Well,
just hold this.
they're gonna have to hold it,
Yeah.
and they'll take pictures of it, and they'll do all this and that, and then
Take
he'll get it
pictures of
back,
it, take pictures with it,
right?
and then
Throw it
sell it
up.
on eBay. So,
Oh, we
uh,
didn't get that back. What are you talking
it
about?
must have got lost in the evidence locker.
What are you talking about?
Let me look. Let me look in the evidence locker, and the guy comes out and he's got white powder all over his face. Didn't see it. All right, let's
Dude,
slide over to the Indiana Pacers real
dude,
quick.
they were going to be my biggest pickle,
Yeah, yeah,
and I really,
and they
really,
should have because I don't because I'm a big fan of this
our
week's biggest
biggest
pickle.
pickle.
I was a
You
little
can be a
taken
big
back.
fan.
Yeah,
You
but
can
I
be a
was a
big
little
fan.
bit taken back on why. I mean, we'll get into it, but
Yes,
I say he was just tired and pulled over on the side of the highway. But I mean that's besides the point. So
yeah,
the Indiana Pacers were going to be the biggest pickle, but we found someone
correct,
else. But
correct.
why were you going to choose the Indiana Pacers? Did they do something that doesn't sound or doesn't seem right?
It does not seem right.
Ah,
Now, maybe it was in the works prior to the incident, but you could have waited a little bit.
you could have waited until the concussion protocol lifted. I mean, this
You
guy
could have
got
waited
blacked out
till,
on the court, and he was like
dude,
ear to ear grinning.
dude, dude.
IAPradio.com to see the video. It's on our Instagrams.
I couldn't stop watching it.
No.
I watched it over and over again because, okay, so Delon Wright, he was making his debut for the Indiana Pacers during the preseason. Now he is dribbling with his back to like the net, and he's
Yeah.
dribbling down as close to half court. And this was the matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and you have Jalen Clark who comes sprinting up like his blind side, and right as right turns, they collide in the heads. So their
Yep.
heads collide, and Wright just went, oh, and then was blacked out and bounced off the floor. His
Yeah.
head bounced. He fucking boom boom
Right.
bounced.
I
Like
wonder
the
what knocked him out. Was it the collision with Jalen Clark, or was it the fact that his head bounced off the floor?
I think it was the collision
Yeah.
because hit the way his hands were. So he got hit, and it you could see in the moment that it took a minute for the brain to respond to it, but his hands kind of go up, but his hands don't protect his head as he's falling.
Right.
Your normal instincts, when all your nerves and your gears are working, your normal instinct is always to protect your head.
Yeah.
Even if you're falling, you could break your arm or your wrist because you're trying to protect your head, and that's all the weight getting pushed on it. But his arms like went up to his face, and then it was like nobody was home, and he
Yeah.
went down. He went full on limp and
Right.
just went down and bounced.
He had a smile too.
Yeah, he was like, hey. Yeah. At least he didn't throw up gang signs.
That's true.
I leave that to Tua. That's all
Yeah.
Tua.
Yeah.
He finally kind of comes to. He's got this giant gash on his face from hitting the floor so hard.
Yeah.
He's just bleeding. They're
Yeah.
like, no, 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 take a minute,
Yeah. Let's take a
relax,
beat. Hold on.
because
Let's clean up the
because
blood.
he's trying to like sit up, and he's like, fuck, but again, pouring blood.
Yeah.
Clearly has some kind of brain trauma going on right now. Wild. So he leaves. This is what, the second period of the game.
Yeah.
And then hours later, we're talking hours. Pacers were like, cut.
Yeah. Sorry. We're gonna move sideways on this one. We're gonna
Yeah.
just yeah.
Gonna go over here.
We're gonna have to ask you to move down to the basement. Yeah.
It's gonna go over here.
Yeah. They cut him
Good.
hours after he got knocked out.
They cut him after he got cut.
Like, yeah, we're not gonna pay for this on the job injury.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
hey,
They're
thanks for trying out. We'll see you around, I guess. Yeah, that fucked up. Like
very
that's
much so.
that's messed up right
Bold.
there.
Bold, as I keep saying it. Bold.
And now it's gonna be kind of like it's a huge step back for him too, because I mean he just signed with the Pacers and then they cut him, but like it's gonna take a minute for another team to pick him up because I mean he's got to pass all
He's
these
got to
concussion protocols.
correct. That's
And
the
he's
big
gonna make
thing
sure
now.
everybody can make sure that he's all right. So
Right.
like, I mean,
He's gonna stop bleeding.
yeah, well that's true too.
Fuck.
Put a
Poor
dent in the
guy.
floor too. Maybe that's what they're mad about. They had to pay to
We have
redo
to
the dent.
buff this out.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. But I guess such is life. I guess
So much going on in Indiana.
unbelievable. Uh, yeah, that
There's
is
a lot
true.
going on in
Yeah,
Indiana
that's
right
true.
now.
Huh? Yeah, I didn't even put two and two together. But okay.
Let's get at it.
Let's
Let's
get
get
at
at
it.
it.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
agree.
change the lights. You ready?
I don't agree with it.
Green.
But
Let's go. You don't
well,
agree? How
well,
do you not agree? All right, this week's biggest
all right, Sarah. Who is this week's biggest pickle?
This week's biggest pickle is Paul Pierce.
That's the only reason why I don't agree with it because it's Paul Pierce.
Now, if he shit himself, you would have been like, I agree.
Well, I agree. He did. It's the poop game.
Correct.
Yeah. Poop,
Take him out in the
poop game.
wheelchair.
Wait till you see
Change
this
his
week's
pants.
picture.
Woo!
This week's
Nice.
biggest pickle picture is it's a good one.
Dynamite.
All right.
Well,
So why are we
biggest,
calling Paul Pierce
Yes.
this week's biggest pickle?
for allegedly, emphasis on allegedly for my friend Dave, drinking and driving.
Okay. Can you technically say that he was driving? He was found asleep on the side of the highway.
But the car was he wasn't on the side of the highway. He was in the middle of the fucking highway.
I mean, there was
He
a lot
was-
of traffic.
Okay. So Paul Pierce was
He
arrested
clearly
on the
Snapchatted all the
101
traffic that was on the freeway. I
He
mean,
was
come on.
arrested on the 101 freeway in San Fernandino. I can't even say it.
I mean,
It's just like
Maybe the Range Rover was a self-driving rover. I don't know.
it was not. So Fernando, there we go. I got it. Valley, California last week. He was found asleep in the driver's seat of his Range Rover in the middle of traffic on the highway. Now, here's where it goes.
I
Okay.
mean, think about
Yes.
it. The
Okay,
heat's
yes.
on. You're feeling cozy. You're tired.
It's California. Do you really need the heat on?
I mean,
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. So there was an accident on the highway. It closed and shut down the highway. California is wild with that. They do full on, like, we're shutting this shit down, clear it up, investigation, because everything's a homicide case out in California because California's crazy and wild.
yeah, that's
So,
true. I'll give you that. That is true.
so Chips came out. I just wanted to say Chips.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, we reopened at around 10:30 local time, and Pierce was found asleep behind the wheel. So traffic is now opening back up. Yes, it was shut for 45 minutes per his social media post. He's saying 45 minutes per his social media. We don't
Yes.
actually know the time frame yet. We will. However, the cops are like, click, click, click. Hey, traffic. Can you move over to that side of the road? Because you're in the middle of the highway, asleep.
I mean, he was sitting in traffic for 45 minutes. He probably
Now,
was chasing the dragon at the casino
could
hours
hours
before that.
before.
Probably up on a 36-hour bender, trying to go home. You know, traffic's at a standstill. You pop that thing in park.